us are inside the ring. Not all of us are worthy of continuing either.
Reloading. Serving him a knuckle sandwich.
Leaving a gas trap behind.
Need sniper ammo.
Need a weapon.
Fair enough.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. The cycle has begun.
Recharging shields.
Spotted one. Distant.
Broke that enemy shield. Took out a joker. Enemy here.
Cracked a bogey's shield.
Bullets in the Arc Star. Deploying me knuckle cluster. Firing. Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Broke that enemy shield.
Taking fire. Reloading.
Reload. Blind your head.
Use the Phoenix kit.
Got a skip.
Getting shot at.
Reloading. Flash one. Bogey down.
Subject down.
Bogey right here.
Reloading.
Let's rip. Shot at. Cracked an enemy shield.
Slash one. Bogey down.
That was the last one in the squad.
Recharging shields.
Recharging me shields. Healing up. You'll be right.
Warning. Movement in progress.
We find ourselves
Enemy
inside the
over
next
there.
ring. How serendipitous. Taking fire. I have a subject in view.
Under fire.
Broke that enemy shield.
Fox
Drone
3.
over
Dumping the
there.
pods.
Lucky me.
Firing. Bandit down. Recharging shields.
Reload.
Care package being delivered.
Knuckle cluster out.
We got another squad attacking us. Bogey there.
Target spotted.
Reloading. Charging on my
Go here,
shield.
fellas.
Administering medical aid. Recharging shields.
Cracked an enemy shield. Took out a joker. Strongbow over there. Lucky me.
Hold up.
Broke that enemy shield. Launching me knuckle cluster. Reloading.
Bogey in sight.
Shot at.
Gas trap deployed.
Oh, I heard him. Juicing me shields. Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing. Hit the cracked an enemy shield.
Got a bandit in my sights.
Juicing me shields.
Tally on bandit out there.
Deploying a variable.
Reloading.
Under fire. Tally on bandit out there.
Getting shot
One
at.
down over there. Don't get too happy. Letting rip. Broke that enemy shield.
Charging up my shields.
Recharging shields.
Launching me knuckle cluster. Reloading. Recharging shield.
Hold up. Healing.
Spotted a clown over there.
Healing the wounds.
Let's go here.
Firing.
Spotted a subject. Target spotted.
Cracked shields on that bandit.
Down to subject.
Reloading.
Reload.
Spotted a subject.
We got another squad attacking us. Fox 3, payload.
Letting rip. Recharging me shields.
Healing my wounds.
Firing. Cracked an enemy shield.
Hit for 88 bucks.
Shot at.
Bloody joker over there. Deploying me knuckle cluster. Reload.
Recharging shields.
Charging on my shield.
Broke that enemy shield. Another squad joining the fight. Bottle load incoming. Guy's about to fall that. Cracked an enemy shield.
Got another bandit.
Recharging me shields.
Padlocked a bandit. Taking fire.
Round 2.
Let's scan this area.
Countdown.
Oh, I heard him.
Let's kill the squad down here. Bandit close by. Replicator on its way down. We can cruise over here.
He
Recharging shields.
Juicing me shields. Healing. Give me a sec.
Alert 5, Valkyrie Actual. Ready for burn. How copy? Burn is a go.
Joker over there.
As a reminder, this is a non-smoking flight. That includes smoke bombs.
Spotted an enemy.
We can scan this area. Bogey over there.
They're shooting at me.
Looky here, got a bandit.
Damn it. Another squad's cutting in.
We got another squad extending to engage.
Ah, Struth, I'm down.
Recharging shields.
Subject spotted. Gas trap deployed.
could have won that fight.
I'll help you on one condition. You quit that incessant whining. The ring's close. 45 seconds.
I may be able
Pressure
to
is
crawl behind a
exhilarating.
barrier. Give me a second.
Go here, fellas.
Just let me crawl
Ring's
behind
close
this.
and it's a good thing.
Taking fire. Administering medical aid. Death will have to
box
wait.
here.
Bogey here.
10 seconds remaining.
Cluster out. Healing. I'll walk it off.
Warning. Ring closing.
Optics here. Close range. Down.
Reload. Clown taken down.
I'm only headed one way, and that's up, baby.
Ineptitude is the true killer.
We're winning this for the cause.
This is your champion.
Look at all the skin suits. They don't stand a chance.
Come on, let's see if we're a match. Let's land here. Never mind.
Get ready. I'm coming for you, friend.
Enough running around. We drop him.
A target has landed in my proximity. Another variable for the lab rats. Beware. I've entered an area.
In this area.
Being attacked by 2 different squads.
Some help here.
We are inside the next ring. A net positive result. I am incapacitated.
Yeah, let's see how things go.
Science is unapologetic. As am I.
Speed isn't life. It just makes life go faster. Well, if I get taken out, it better be with a rampart.
This is your champion.
I make things by hand and kill things by hand.
One day Salvo will be free, and the next day, the Syndicate will be dead, taking on Mad Maggie. You're a few bullets short of a full
This looks like a good place for a funeral. Here we go, Mix. Let's get messy.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. The cycle has begun.
Under fire. Got the bogey shield.
Round one.
Some help over here. Bogey in my crosshairs.
Fire.
Opening fire. Grab
The answer that I have to give about 90 Day is that maybe, but I'm just kind of stoked on Boardwalk, but I just want to see how we're feeling when we're cooking dinner. Edgelord, you.
Ineptitude is the true killer.
No, Revenant, I meant to say. My zit is itchy.
That one is painful. That's one of those ones where you can't pop it, or you have to pop it multiple times, and you're just like, can this go away, please? Like, why is it a zombie? Just, you kill
As
it,
jump
it comes
master,
back.
I alone decide our fate.
Let's go straight up, like we did before.
3 down and locked. Let's land over there.
Middle of the place, let's go.
Prepare for sudden death.
Let's take this quadrant down here.
Can't hear you.
Target spotted. I suspect we will find something here. Yeah, I've added a variable. Leaving a gas trap behind.
First blood.
First blood. And so it begins.
Tally on bandit here.
Got nothing for any. I don't have anything. There's nothing on the floor.
Reloading.
It's game mode.
Look out, grenade.
Got some liquid monies though. I'm way away from you now.
Taking fire. We're not alone, squad. Gotta go.
God.
Damn skin suits. Recharge your shields. My shields
shockwave.
Oh, grab that skin if you happen to. And want it, of course.
Oh wait, I probably don't. I spent most of my stuff on this skin. What's it called?
It is
Sixth
Dark
Sense?
Cloud. It's in featured. Oh, you gotta go to the shop.
Oh. Wait, you have to spend real world money?
No.
Okay.
Crafting money if you have it. At the bottom right. So click on that because you already have the other skin. You click on that one and you can get the alternate skin.
I don't think I have enough. It'd be like the Apex coins, right? Or is it
Legend tokens.
legend tokens?
So crafting stuff, the orange ones. So use your orange instead of any twin. Yeah, that one's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
It looks like, I don't know, evil monk. The other one's like battle mage. And that one's like dark wizard shit.
It's so edgelordy.
I love it.
Like edgelords? Red
Yep,
reddish
that's
hair?
why I'm with you. Come on.
Wow. That cut deep, just like I like it.
Oh, that's good. I think I'll get it in crafting materials since I already have 2155. I want that fucking Evangelion one with Remnant. That was so cool.
Mhm.
Have you seen it?
Yes. It's
So
the best one.
yeah, the best one. They apparently got some weird licenses. I think it's cute they did Tuxedo Mask. He's got like the roses.
Mhm.
That's cool. But Bangalore is Sailor Moon? I'm confused by that. Sailor Moon would have been the blonde. Go Watson. Why would you not go Watson and give her the little Sailor Moon buns? Dumb. You already have the rights to it. Do something that makes sense.
Ugh.
Gross, bro.
Who did you want to have the Sailor Moon?
Watson. The little blonde girl with the
Yeah, that makes
fences.
a lot more sense, yeah.
We're
Because
not trying to make every like Remnant's great, but Seer is black. Fucking what's his face? Snipes. Moon or not Moonlight Knight. Tuxedo Mask. Like you've already switched up
Conduct
the
the
races. So
experiment,
Tuxedo Knight.
or
Bangalore
become it.
doesn't fit Seer at all.
This win is
I
ours.
won't want
I'm just gonna mute him so I don't lose the call.
Runway's green as grass, and we are ready for takeoff in
I
10.
really like this call.
Really like his call.
Mhm.
Interesting.
It's a good call.
Introducing your champion.
That's something someone said maybe.
Not a first sentence.
I'm the jump master. Follow me.
Righto. Time you pups see what an old dog can do. Bloody hell, you look like bloody hell. Let old man Fusey show you ankle biters how we did it back in the day.
I have a
Let
new
old man
hobby.
Fusey show you...
It's like a sporadic one where when something weird
I
comes
feel
to mind
most alive when rapidly
for a
approaching
subreddit,
my death. I suggest we
I
proceed
search
to
for
the
it.
service area.
And I did for coughing, and it's not safe for work, and it has 40 members. 40. Yeah, I didn't dare go on it, but it exists. I don't know. It'd be a waste of my life, guaranteed to go on it,
Got a
but
ways to go for the next ring. Eva 8 here. I could use that. Backpack
I'm
here.
not really sure how I feel
Level
about
one.
this game mode yet. It's kind of fun.
I'm just sad Kraber's not as available as it used
backpack here. Level 2.
Carry all your snipers, bullets.
I enjoy it because it weeds out shitty players who just spray and pray with LMGs or...
That's me though. That's me. I need that.
You're
Optics here. Close range.
And all I find is 2 times everywhere. Nothing but 2 times.
Level 2.
Yeah, I don't know what they're looking for.
Taking fire.
Hey. Hey.
Coolest bogey out there.
Sniper anything or anything above a 2x is really weirdly absent. I don't understand it. It bothers me. And it's only been this season. They used to be normal and balanced, so I don't get why they had to.
Yeah, no shit. Walk out the door and obliterate it.
Recharging.
The ring retracts in 1 minute.
Don't have it.
Shields are recharging.
Seconds and ring fog.
I do.
Recharging shields.
I'm gonna shoot through this crack.
They're getting third party. You need to go up here like right now. Let's wrap around this side of you guys.
We have 2 teams fighting, one in the middle, one to the
Taking fire.
Listen up, I'm getting shot at. Listen up, the ring is moving.
Subject is there.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Bogey spotted out there. Bogey's hurt. Bandits cracked the bogey shield.
Alright.
Reloading. Incoming care package. Pro tip,
Come and get your back in here.
crack the bogey shield.
Trap set and waiting.
We got another squad attacking us. Reload, bandit box one.
Oh god, damn it.
Bogey right here. Scratch that. Bandits cracked shields on that bandit.
Deploying a variable.
Bogey's hurt. Reloading.
With them 2
Recharging
times.
shield.
Fucking hell. Somebody has trash in shots on them.
Getting shot.
Shot. Headshot. 2 headshots. Full track.
Recharging shields.
Third party over here.
Recharging my shields.
Trap set.
E. Fix it now.
Opening fire. Bogey over there. Crack the bogey. Taking fire.
Down.
Variable added.
Enemy down.
And on this, I'm gonna take these guys out. Say fuck it on this.
Frog out.
Sword frag.
Listen up.
Getting shot.
Drag.
Throwing thermite.
Dead.
Eyes out for.
Trap set.
Oh, they quit.
Setting another gas trap. Placing an independent variable. Recharging
The other octane up there ran off.
reduced by 50%.
Recharging shield.
I'm gonna have to move.
I have my ult.
Let's scan this area.
Pass me that sugar.
We got the
Where they at? Where they at?
Alert 5. Ready to scorch for burn.
Alright.
Go for burn. Make sure seat backs, tray tables, and automatic weapons are in their full upright positions. Taking fire.
Already firing on. Get shot on one. Using low.
Bandit here.
Hurt.
Deploying hand drone.
Getting shot at.
Hold up. Healing. Bogey there.
Round 2.
I cannot see.
Ring countdown.
Next ring's not close, people.
Shooting.
55.
Replicator being delivered.
Enemy area.
Right around that wall over there.
Go for the lab rats. Gas trap deployed.
Let's go this way.
Bottom. 15.
Got another squad. Arm up. Hostile close.
At me.
Down.
Arcstar out. Eat an Arcstar.
There's the one dude.
Taking fire.
Got me. Oh. Sad.
Let's scan this area. Taking fire.
Survey this area.
Pathfinder, no mercy. Wow.
Joker right here.
Wait until you see the world from my point of view.
You must understand. Death
I'll do
is
me
the true
till
test.
it kills me. This is your champion.
Alright, this is good, this is good. Let's fight.
Fly to heaven, this! Time we tear it
Swishy Swashy's doing a pretty good job, even if his name could be better. Squishy? You're improving upon his actual gamer tag. Swishy Swashy. Like, it should be Swishity Swashity or something, but like, not enough going on there, but. Hey, are you trying to grow your stream, or do you get on here for the conversations? Just wondering, because I can help you either way. Oh, kind of both, I guess? I don't know, man. I kind of just get on here hoping to have a social interaction and be able to vent. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, like, hanging out in a room with 10 to 20 people and just shooting the shit. Remember, you can call me anytime. Oh, thanks, man. That's a really sweet gesture. I'll make sure to, like, once I have some free time, and I'm thinking about trying to kind of get into streaming a little bit more and, like, invest some energy and time into that. I'll definitely reach out. That aside, I definitely would love to maybe do something social. I just been having a hard time dealing with life outside of socialization. I mean, in part, I think some of my struggles have been because I've been draining all my social energy at work, and then I'm not having as quality and genuine kind of connections with people as I ought to be having to feel like all there. But love you too, bud. Thanks for reaching out. I appreciate you very much.
Look at all the skin suits. They don't stand a chance.
Oh, you're the dropper, hun. You're the jump master.
Plotting a landing's one of my specialities. I love this part! Yeah!
Are you talking about my voice, or are you talking about the game? Okay, my voice. Thank you. Can you hear me right now? Is this loud enough right now? Did I blow your eardrums? I'm putting my headphones on, then. Putting my headphones on. Yaxu. That's better, okay. Yeah, I need to get a better microphone, but I also can't afford to buy anything right now. Not good, but better. I'm not sure what that's meant to mean. Okay. I'd like to meet your significant other. I think she's in the background right now. Oh, I'm talking to Crip. I'd like you and her to really meet my daughter. We might be able to do that. We're kind of antisocial creatures.
I simply catalyze the process.
About to take a shit, bud?
Runway's green as grass, and we are ready for takeoff and takeoff.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
Time to rock and load.
I support you. Was that mouse play just too good the other night?
This is your champion.
Yeah? All you want to do is play with the mouse? Yeah, we would be down. Maybe we could try to meet somewhere. I actually went to the insert coin but didn't play any games. It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of vibe with like a dive bar mixed in a little bit more than I'd like, but we like going to Dorkies.
Pain, death. Let's make a varsity play for the death. I love this part.
Step one. Oh yeah, you're the guy with the mustache. What's step one? I have a feeling we'd have a fun time. It smells like cat food now. That's all I can think about, Crip.
Wow, first blood. Imagine passing out before even taking a sip.
Also, a bomb's about to go off. Unless we put the code in.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Thanks, love. I can tell you the building I just came from has nothing in it.
Even champions.
I gobbled up all that loot. My sister has a 20-year-old cat somehow. Wow. He's still living, outlived her animals, and stares at you with a death stare when you walk by. Does he like make eye contact and not break it? Oh, there's a prowler. Yup. Oh, hey. Stop being such a bitch. They're everywhere. Hold out for that sniper. Where are they coming from? Oh. I can't hear you, love. Sounds like you're having a good time, though. Really? That movement, though.
New kill leader. They can have it. My sights are set high.
Juicing me shields.
And has cancer. I don't know why I'm laughing like so giddily at that.
Half the squad's
Something wrong with me.
We got that.
Healing up. You'll be right.
Can I offer my...
Charging up my shields.
Optics here. Close range.
Do you need that for some reason, Hun? Do you have a gun for that?
Give me a sec.
Do you have digital threat use for this? Okay. He's saying as well that I feel like if cats have 9 lives and he keeps beating cancer, we need to study this cat's DNA for real though. Or just DNA of cats. Even if it's not 100%, we would eventually have 9 times the likelihood of survival. Which is more than a human lifespan, so technically that's a cure. A cure for cancer? Pretty well, yeah, if you like consider them living a long time being like a staving off of cancer.
Nice. We're already inside the next ring.
Nice, that's appealing. Yeah, unless you can also serve, or what is the word I'm looking for? Solve, that's what, God. I swear these, sativa edibles always, like, scramble my ability to grab the right word in the right file. Because we're taking this cannon. But unless you can solve for the sort of neurochemical situation in the brain, having the body just technically survive on for longer than is average, it doesn't really, that along with the kind of taxation of the physiology. Yeah, there's a lot more things to solve for than just cancer, I guess, right? Like you can solve for the ways the cells, I guess, from what I understand, and I'm an idiot. You know, they kind of started mutating in a way that's like killing itself and cells around it. But unless you can also solve for like joint pain over time, as well as like dopaminergic receptors only kind of working optimally for human psychological health for X amount of experiences in time. I'm pushing.
Star delivered. Placing gas trap. Recharging shields.
Padlock demanded.
Recharging me shields.
Ooh, I didn't expect to be so thoroughly in their line of sight. Heinous anus. Don't follow me.
Under fire.
Wow.
We have lost one. Pity.
Right.
Recharging shields.
They have line of sight on that. People are worried about mortality than a painful life. Yeah, that's for real. Oh, he's down. Oh, I'm being shot now. Yeah, I'm gonna die pretty hard.
Administering medical aid.
Just gonna start hitting random buttons. So many hits. I think you just see me. Yeah, that was kind of a weird move at the end, but I got some damage in, I guess, for whatever that's worth. Remember, people want the money. Even if you could have surgery, that would mean you have to go back to work. And not know your paycheck. Why not keep the paycheck and work off that? Everything is kind of spawned off mortality. If something wasn't going to end, if life wasn't going to end, if conscious experience wasn't going to end. Well, he's just trying to say that the finality of life, given that it's finite, it's temporal, means that it kind of molds the socioeconomic systems we see in life, and the fact that you need food and shelter and X, Y, and Z in order to cope with existence and feel life. If something wasn't going to end, you wouldn't need to worry about doing something to maintain that thing. My wife might die. What can I do to stop that? I might die. What can I do to stop that? Evolution. ... Yeah, I think it's somewhat. How can we grow to stop dying? Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily possible. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of mysteries out there within the universe. Yeah. Yeah, my fiance is saying right now that she doesn't think that we could gain immortality, but we could extend our lives. I think just thanks to medical advancement, scientific enlightenment, the revolution, we have we could probably double our lifespan, maybe even 2.5 times it. People might live for 250 years eventually. I could see that. Maybe that feels realistic enough. Maybe I'm overestimating or under, but I mean, you could otherwise, and that's what everyone wants. Yeah, I don't know. We really do not know how far humanity might go, or whether or not we'll find some other forms of life in the cosmos. But organic life, carbon-based life, I think is limited, and I think if you try to extend it within the realms of artificial intelligence and being able to theoretically transfer a conscious mind or consciousness, call it intelligent consciousness, into, I don't know, like you'd have to like think of, maybe we haven't yet discovered the types of technology we can project that within, or it would have to exist within the sort of silicone-based concepts we have of like processors and etc., etc. But that all being said, I don't know, like once you start thinking that way, I'll read what you said. And that's what everyone wants. Everything's based off of survival. Who would you pray to if you never died? Who would you pray to if food didn't spoil? But at the same time, how could you learn hope? How could you feel love without understanding the opposite? Yeah, I think about that too. The dichotomy between pleasure and pain, good and evil, etc. You get it. I mean, from our perspective as these sort of, call us organic beings that, by my account, from what I've come to understand and sort of subscribe to based on my learning and hearing messages from various people, we kind of sprouted out of the universe. Like, I get kind of annoyed with myself that that's kind of the cap of where I can describe what we're doing, what's happening here, but I mean, I'd love to get deeper someday. I don't know how much deeper I could hope to get within my lifetime. I don't accept the notion that there's a personal, all-powerful God. I don't accept it based on the evidence we have. But, in that same breath, I would like to say something along the lines of, I don't know, just spitballing. We cannot conceive of a different dichotomy between these feelings of good and bad, comfort, discomfort, and it is something that we see as being two separate things that are opposites, but I think it's just the one thing, which is just the experience of ongoing, of ever evolving life and everything that's kind of wiggling around within that context. I don't think it really gets any more deep than that. It's just the experience we get. You could, there's some level of like, when I was actually just speaking to my fiance the other night about the concept of mind over matter, that sort of classic saying that I think probably, you know, my intuition tells me spawned in like my parents' generation, but it probably existed back during like the time of Socrates and shit, and like Greek philosophers. I always get surprised with some of the sayings that we have and how far back into time they actually go in terms of their origins. Anyways, I'll just read what you had to say now. If it's okay, how could you learn to hope? Blah blah blah. Yes, sorry. Sometimes I have it saying blah 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 when I actually value what I'm reading. Even if it's not a god, in order to evolve as a species, certain things have to be, for it to evolve the way it did. We may not be the last step, but at least we have enough to strive to want to find the answer, compared to older humans who drew on walls. Yeah, there is a definite sense of progress, despite the fact that, as far as I can tell, every atom that existed, because energy and matter cannot be destroyed nor created. Although there's some things I don't understand about the universe, you know, like I don't understand dark matter, I don't understand the boson particle, I think it's called, the one that like actually can produce new atoms. Or that's probably a very bad misunderstanding of what's you know, the actual scientific discoveries to do with these things. So I'm an idiot. Just take that with a grain, whatever I say with a huge grain of salt. But I don't think, for that reason, I don't think time necessarily exists. It's just a concept humans have kind of attached to, which makes a lot of sense given our like sort of place within the universe, if that makes sense. We have like an Earth we live upon that has a day and night cycle, and it goes on for so much time, and we call certain slivers, hairlines of time, seconds. And, you know, we have this whole concept of numbers we've made out of more than one thing, but nothing is actually the same as the next thing, even if the atoms are kind of made out of similar parts, materials and chemicals. You know, like you look at two iPhones, same model of phone, you're like, those are two, you know, those are two iPhones, as opposed to being two very, you know, made out of similar or the same even properties that exist in the universe, but still we use that sort of language out of practicality, out of functionality, but it doesn't mean it's the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. It's a completely different part of the universe. Think about this. Think about the massive amount of time it took for species to get to us compared to how fast humans have progressed. Yeah. Well, I think that I would rather use the term changes. Like, we have this idea that, and I don't know, like, there may be some truth in this, and I want to examine this, because when I look out at the world as someone who describes the universe as a very mechanical kind of Rube Goldberg machine that's just kind of omnifaceted and complicated, and that no one's kind of operating the thing in those types of terms. Yeah, I'm going to follow you, hon. Oh, he's going somewhere completely different. Well, even though I describe it as such, I do see a sort of transcendent kind of divine kind of aspect of the universe, insofar as it can be within the context of this closed system, as you know, because there may be something outside of this universe. There's someone here.
I've wounded them. Subject damaged.
Sorry, I just fucking gunning for him. I don't think there's we have any evidence necessarily, good evidence enough to assume there's anything outside of these 3 dimensions, you know? I don't think the 4th dimension is time, except for insofar as it's a practical thing you can use to gauge the rhythm of things like decay for certain atoms, you know, decay for the life of a human. But one thing I keep bringing up and I want to explore the notion of is, and really it's just going to take research day after day after day, and in the end, it answers just a really simple question, which is that what are we gonna get to if we don't kill ourselves? What should our goal be? What should we aspire to? Those types of notions are really interesting to me because just going on, just surviving. I mean, sure, like there is a sort of brilliance about being able to experience the dynamics of life. You know, you're talking about the notion of your wife falling in love with someone, kind of the bittersweet nature of growing old. I mean, you might wish for things to be different, but at least you got to experience anything at all. And we don't know why that might be. We don't know if there's like a personal reason, you know, like a God creator behind that. I need help. I'm in danger! Yeah, you can play with us, CJ, if you ever wanted to. I'm about to read what you said. I'm sorry, I'm just trying not to die. Gotta keep the pressure on. I'd love to come over there, but there's a big empty space between me and you guys. And I don't want to be pelted with bullets. I can't use my ult on them now. If he hasn't moved, I'm just gonna gamble with it, I guess. That bounce off. Yeah! Not enough damage there. What if he... Oh, I gotta read what you have to say. I'm sorry that I'm prioritizing the game for a moment. Where did... Oh, he was there. Sorry. Do I have grenades? I don't think that's far enough. No.
Hold up. Healing.
Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Oh. I did more damage to him. Can that reach me from here? I'm confused by that. Oh god. That's not great. Oh god, they're everywhere. You flew away, okay. I can't hear you, love. Yeah. I do miss wearing the headphones every now and then. If I'm being real. That smells good. It's about to be good. Okay, I'm gonna read what he said here. Let's go back as far as we need to. I'm just going to recap. So, it will take many years for us to move on as a species, but we can be positive that our technology will keep growing. Whether or not it's good for or bad. I gotta learn how to read again, real quick. Have you ever heard the story of the first fish that built an elevator? Or the beetle that conquered 3 jungles? That's interesting. I want to know what you mean by that. As far as we are yet able to explain, that's probably in reference to something I said. You really think there are only 3 dimensions? Think about an ant that can't comprehend us. Maybe we are light, just spreading light. Maybe surviving, maybe there's no reason, maybe it's all random. All I know is I felt everything that happens, whether I like it or not. I have feelings for some reason. If it was nothing, then nothing matters, no reason for anything. If I feel like there's reasons why I dream about stuff before it happens. I hear that quoted a lot. Even my fiance will often, she's talked about that notion. I feel like there's reasons why people somehow make friends with the same crowd incidentally. I feel like there's a reason and I don't know. You guys have a good Night. Love ya. Oh, you're gone. Okay, well. I appreciate you joining. Very cool talk. Get back to your life. I hope it's going well. I do miss you too, as antisocial as I might come off. And hey, Nick. Thanks for joining, bud. Yeah, I seen you just got online. How much longer until you think we should break up for dinner, love? Okay. Okay. Thanks for joining. It turns out we're gonna be getting off soon, but I do want to watch something with you. Well, you've already seen it, but I'll just react to this Dragon Ball Z animation that you sent me, because I've been meaning to get to that. But we was about to have Venus. I think if I go like this, and then I edit this to be... There we go. Oops. Not trying to click whatever this article is. Why am I always cold? This is why some people feel the cold more than others. Heck, you're... You know, I actually thought, Nick, that it would be fun to like go through my subreddits with people. It kind of sounds dumb, but it's kind of the type of thing that it's like the uncurated version of what streamers do when their fan base actually sends them things. I'm just gonna pretend like I have one, but the fan base is the entire world and no one's actually sending it to me. Upraising. You can like skip all this shit. This is like someone... I'm just gonna show you how to read articles first. All this shit, garbage, nonsense. Like, none of this is worth reading. It's always just, let me tell you how qualified I am to talk about this. Let me just hear your fucking idea and I'll discover whether or not it makes any sense. There are many factors that contribute to this. Everyone's cold, yeah. Overall body size can impact... This is like everything that matters. I'm gonna read the bullet points in the end. Overall body size can impact how you feel. The smaller people... As smaller people have less cells in their body that produce heat. People with higher levels of body fat and or muscle mass have more insulation and a higher resting metabolic rate, so's to burn energy fastest. Being active not only warms the body immediately, but can have a long effect on temperature regulation. So exercise, get blood flow going, oxygen to all your different muscles, your mussies. Older people also tend to have a slower resting metabolic rate, so may feel the cold more. Older people, I don't even think I read that correctly. And then let's see what it says at the end. Why do my hands feel cold? Oh, this is something specific. So this is worth reading. Nice job headlining. Don't panic, is a very typical thing. This is particularly for women, as our hands are really good for regulation. Our hands have a large surface area but a small volume, and are filled with lots of blood vessels very close to the surface of the skin. They're very good for losing heat, and so therefore, when you're slightly cool, the blood flow shuts down. Peripheral temperature is generally nothing to worry about. It can be a sign of some terrible syndrome, of course, but an extreme response to cold or stress, where arteries narrow to the point that fingers and toes grow white or blue and feel numb and cold. I actually get that on my fingernails sometimes. I used to. But it's never been a big deal. Generally being cold is simply down to your body type, and as long as we take precautions, it's not a bad thing, but if constant coldness is mixed with other symptoms, it could be a sign of something more serious. For example, coldness paired with tiredness or dizziness could be a symptom of an iron or B12 deficiency, or even anemia. Constantly being cold, coupled with hair loss, and changing your digestive system and weight can also be a sign of low thyroid. When the gland stops producing enough thyroxine, ultimately your okay, that was the end of a sentence. Ultimately, your body is pretty good at regulating itself, so trust what it's telling you. Quote, our behavior is the most important thing when it comes to keeping warm. I quite often think we underestimate the weather in the UK. Okay, whatever. Dude, I'm so damn hot all the time. Makes a lot of sense. Jessica has thyroid issues and she runs super cold like almost all the time. I run super cold all the time, and I was just talking with my fiance. She's been dealing with heat issues, and in part because she has MS and has to take medication. So yeah, we're definitely feeling that too. It's good. I think it's kind of meant to be. You know, you can be like the air conditioning for your partner. Feeling cold, just another one of God's greatest wonders, you know? Are feeling exquisitely hot. Okay, let's do this. This animation is so good. Honey, when you have a second, you should come look at this. And she's born and raised from Arizona. That's where her body learned how to regulate when she was at a young age. That's my theory. It's on this screen. Honestly, I kind of want, on some level, I know we have Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I know that you talked about having the same thing done for Naruto would be really cool. But I kind of wish that they would actually make, like, still animated, but very highly detailed animations of, like, a trilogy of movies or something for Dragon Ball Z, and, like, the whole narrative with Frieza. Something like that to clean it up. And what is this volume? Did I not fix the... No, I haven't. That's still blurry drums. Go ahead.
Stay strong.
This is not my fan.
Crown is here,
Just one guy.
and your kingdom awaits your return.
It's a sort of stylized animation, you know? Yeah, that's like 12 frames per second, but I'm okay with it. It was actually more probably closer to like 1 frame every...
Just how stupid can you be?
Have we ever met?
Have we ever met?
If you don't mind, can you just tell me what I forgot so I can remember?
Kind of like a reenactment.
Unbelievable! And did you forget the promise you made me as well? You promised to marry me, Goku!
Now his life's over.
Is that all you can say for yourself?
Blew his shirt off. Of course, right? Yeah.
The green light. The gold you fashion.
Good voice acting.
It's not every day that a king leaves his throne. But for you, I make a royal exception.
That's very Kill la Kill. I don't know if you've seen the Brawley movies. I've never watched them. Walker chat soon. I like his scars.
All my life I've trained for this one moment. For the pride of the Saiyans! For my family. And yes, even
That's a reference.
you, Kakarot. Saiyan legend, hear me!
Today a god falls. Bones to dust.
Ashes to the wind!
This guy is really good at animating these hot and spicy. Man, I hope that we can choreograph these fights too. How do you make Dragon Ball Z fights good? You guys haven't figured it out. That's scary. Hell yeah, get into more of the anime feel. He got some, like, turning his energy into a sword? That's so cool. Got his arm. That's really cool. He's coming in. Yeah, I didn't really Oh god. Hell yeah. Goku's cool. Even if in the story he's a big blumbering idiot. That's so cool. Oh my god. It's a wave going. Oh, that's interesting. Probably some parallels from a very young age. Damn, that was so cool. He's changing. He's taking a lot of liberties with it.
It's Chi-Chi, right?
Oh, I remember.
Kakarot. Stop calling me that. That name is your birthright. For you, just like I, are the legacy of a proud race of golden warriors. We are the keepers of the primal light. Your light is out of control and must be refined to be useful. Your days under the sun are numbered, Kakarot. So marry that woman while you still have the chance. Come with me. We have to prepare.
For what?
War.
What's going on over here? Stray Dog Animation Studio. That was pretty hot. From Canada. Nice. Oh, is this the guy?
Hi, I'm Nasser Pasha, and I'm the creator of Legend of Dragon Ball Tale. There's a lot I'd like to say, but I'll save most of it for another time. First, I'd like to say thank you to each of you for taking the time to watch this film. Your attention is greatly appreciated. As well, I'd like to give a huge and sincere thank you to my entire team who helped me bring this film to life. Their work is supremely skillful. I've gone ahead and dropped links to their socials in the YouTube description of this video, so please do take the time and check out all their work and share it with your friends. And lastly, it goes without saying, but animation takes a lot of time and energy and focus and stamina and budget and time. We had all that stuff except a budget. My entire team did this out of the sheer enthusiasm for Dragon Ball Z.
Respect to Jordan Wallen for playing 4 characters by himself and doing it perfectly.
Loved and you're excited to see more of my other work and animations, please consider contributing to my Patreon.
All the best qualities of Dragon Ball wrapped up in God tier animation. For real.
And who knows, maybe the next one
yeah,
will
for
take
real,
4
bro.
years.
That shit was good. That shit is good. Could you imagine making something on that level? Like helping to create something on that level? That felt pretty fucking good. When you see something done with passion, you can just feel it. That was simply amazing. The fact that Toriyama's works still are giving fruits like this is just a gift. Your choreography was insanely good, as the choices of lighting and the energy beams as well. I have nothing but praise for that work. That's more than just a fan film. It is a work of art fully by itself. Well done. I'd agree with that. Bro. I think we should strive for something like that. I don't know. For whatever's going on here, you know, as a person doing their thing in the universe on this planet, whether or not there's inherent meaning and shit, I definitely feel a drive to make something dope as fuck. Not sorry. And I think we should all strive for something like that, because eventually, like, consuming cool things and liking things forever, it's only, I don't know, I get kind of bored of it. I need to balance it out with trying to actually see what I can achieve at the same time. This is easily the greatest fan-made film I've seen in my life. If it was a series, I would binge watch it non-stop, for real. I think that it's like pretty heavy on the obviously it's meant to showcase the animation. It's all combat based. Aside from the fact that some of the lines of dialogue felt more new age, but also a little bit more like it was supported by the voice acting, but it felt like something that you could actually build on and change from the original Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z very goofy. It's hard to like, you can take it seriously in a certain angle, I would say, you know, with some of the characters like being in dire threat, even though no one ever actually dies when it comes to the fights between like pretty much with Zeon, how, you know, Goku dies early on and kind of blows your mind, and then like he has to fight Frieza and Cell, and those ones kind of felt weighty in a way, especially when I was a kid. But if you wanted to make something more contemporary, you'd need to take it to a more adult place, I think, if it was going to be different enough that it was worth experiencing. Because the new stuff, like I heard there's stuff to value about it, but I tried to watch like 10 episodes, and it's so weird and goofy, and Goku is just such an idiot, dork, loser. Like I could never like fall in love with his personality anymore. But the way that they did it earlier on in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, to a point, before like Majin Buu and shit, things had like a different air about it. I agree, that gave it more of a intense dark feel, for real. Yeah. But food's done. That was awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me, and thanks for the random third viewer who showed up here while I'm hopping off. Yeah, I could vibe with it. Yeah, I wanted to. Like, the cool God thing is cool. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like getting to a ceiling. It's kind of weird. I'm interested to see if the movie's any good. The Super one, we actually had that saved to watch. But Yeah, I'm gonna be working tomorrow, but getting off at around between 5 and 6, maybe a little later. And if you wanted to play or something, maybe we can. I'll otherwise have Friday off. But I don't know exactly what's going on Friday. But I hope you and Jessica have a good night. Thanks for joining. Thanks again for sending that link.